too much attention. So I'm a research scientist at the lab. So I got my PhD degree from Georgia State University. I joined the faculty after I graduated. My background is machine learning and data mining. So I guess it's a very hot topic in the security world. Every people wants that for the big data analysis. This is my Twitter handler, so if you have questions after this session, you can contact me, or you can raise your hand and just ask questions during this session anytime. So we're going to talk about some bad things happening on the social network, like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube. So just give you an awareness about what could happen on the social network. And especially many of them are still trending right now. So the first page, where we talk about social, everybody knows you all have social network account, right? So it's big industry right now, and you know, like Facebook has 1 billion plus a quarter users, and then the Google Plus have 500 million, 1.5 billion, LinkedIn has a 4 billion, and so on. And it's big industry because many people spend a lot of time on social network, on the internet. Based on Nielsen study, the time spending on social network for internet user is the top 1 usage. Right? You see it's taking almost a quarter of people who use the internet, a quarter of time. But there's a lot of bad things happening on the social network. Just a small list of last year, mainly last year. Snapchat, Facebook, Adobe, Facebook, LinkedIn, social, Twitter. Especially last April, everybody knows that, right? Like the social price of Twitter account get hacked, and someone say the White House get attacked and the president is hurt, right? During like 20-minute session, the stock market just shake a lot, and with $100 billion value backward. So that's really huge, if you imagine how powerful a social network is. And there's a lot of bad things happening. Like 1.5 years ago, LinkedIn got a 6.5 million passwords stolen, right? So I guess I can stop right now because we're done. Too much bad things now happening on social network, so we're finished. Do you want me to finish? No? Okay, let's continue. So that's just an iceberg. So we're going to talk more about what really happening on your daily social network. And it'll be very interesting. So this is the outline. We're going to be talking about fake user stats. That's basically the main thing that's happening on the online social network, fake users. And so we're going to spend some time on the traditional social network like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. That's basically these 3. And the other social platforms like Google Chrome Web Store, YouTube, Google+, Pinterest, and Instagram. And also we will see some hacking events on the emerging social network like Tinder. Everybody know Tinder? Okay, it's a new one. Like dating kind of social network. Yeah. And Snapchat. Does everybody use Snapchat? I guess many teenagers like that, right? Yeah. So, and WhatsApp, probably many people use WhatsApp as well. So this is going to be, basically I'm going to list many things happening on them, so let's see. I used that on Facebook and Twitter. So in the end of last year, Facebook have 1.25 billion users, active users. Okay, but they have fake or misclassified users with 5% or between 5% to 10%. So that still gives you like around 100 million users. That's a fake. And it's not a big number, but it's generated a big underground market there. And for Twitter, they have monthly active user about a 250 million, right? But some resources estimate they have a billion registered users right now. So what happened to their 3/4, right? They are inactive, just sitting there doing nothing or what? So among those active users, and the traders say they have 5% are fake. But a lot of researchers, like including me, we estimate at least 10% of active users are fake. So maybe that's one reason the Twitter stock market dropped a lot in the last few months.
Jason,
Yes.
can you define for us what do you mean by fake?
Fake is duplicate someone, like a celebrity. I can duplicate his information.
Okay.
I say I claim I'm like the president, or like the CNN, CEO or something.
So you're not. Some people have 2 or 3 accounts. Would one of those be considered fake?
It depends. Like for example, if I have at least 2 Twitter accounts. One for real me, the other one is for I do some research. I have to use another identity.
Right.
These are still considered kind of real because you are doing interaction. Like even I use the other one, I'm still treating myself from my cell phone, from my desktop.
Okay.
But what I mean, thing used here is mainly machine-generated account. As a foreign people create trades, everything is basically done by machine. So if you have like a multiple account, you want to be anonymous a little bit, it's still good. You are active, you are engaging with people's conversation, or what your opinion still came from you. But fake users here, they're just considered by machine. The hackers created them to generate some business. We will see. We'll show a lot of examples. So let's say the first thing malicious on Facebook. Like I said, there's a fake account. This is a 3 fake account. If I show this image to you individually, you probably won't notice they are fake, right? They went to college, like music, they have a lot of information there. But if I put them together, you notice they have same profile images. And what they're doing is they keep uploading images to their album, and they tagging people, tagging all their friends. And each of the images, you have a link direct you to a website that's selling fake neck Air Jordan shoes. Okay, so they just tagging people. Their friends may not say, oh, someone tagged me. Okay, let's check out what's going on there. And when they click the link, they may potentially buy a fake neck shoes, and then the website selling these shoes, they get a lot of attention and get a lot of money. And many people follow this trick, and some people even create a website saying, don't buy shoes from this website. Because they already fell for the trick, they already lose a lot of money. So, we did a research on this years ago, and we identified about 1,000 such fake accounts. You will see here, this is all their profile images. You can see all of them are basically a sexy lady image, right? There's a reason for that. And
Those men are dumb, yes.
they can either attract a lot of attention, they can friend a lot of people. And they even put their sex interest is like female and male. So it's like a bio. So, but this strategy is quite effective. How many friends you have on Facebook? On average, Facebook is saying it's about 130, right? It's kind of the average number. But for this account, the average is 700 plus. So it's quite effective, right? So some sexy lady friends you or report it, you accept. And some of them have like 5,000 plus friends. So it's really effective. So this is how they get the eyeballs. Once they have friends, new people, they keep tagging them, so their friends will keep getting tagging notice. So they will generate a lot of clicks and then a lot of impressions. So eventually they will generate a lot of revenue. And but this can be easily identified, right? So you can follow that stream, see if they constantly upload albums tagging people, I can suspend them, Facebook can easily suspend this account, which they did later after we reveal this study. But things get more complicated. There's another example that this experiment is getting attention. So it's a simple game called adding game. What it does is like some people say you play this game, it's simple. You just follow the steps, like this status, and comment whatever you like, your favorite food, your favorite places, whatever. And if someone else likes your stuff, like your comments, you're encouraging to friend them, to add them as friend or subscribe to their page. Like a lot of teenagers like this because they want to have more friends because they can show up to their classmates and see, I have like this, I'm popular on Facebook, I have 1,000+ friends, right? They can keep playing this game, they can get more and more friends. And but if you want to play this game, you probably always go to the page and play the game. You're going to like the page, you're going to follow their stream, the social stream of this page. And this page, you're going to receive a lot of likes as well. You can see on this right-hand side. This page got like 30,000 likes in just a week. So how many likes your company have right now? And how much effort your company spend to reach that number? Probably, at least for my company, it takes them like 2 or 3 years to reach. I forgot the actual name, but probably no more than 100,000 likes. But here you see like 30,000 likes in 1 week. So that's pretty powerful. And once these hackers or these spammers get this page to reach that number, they can sell it. Right? They can just sell this page in 2 ways. So first way to sell this page completely, give someone else credentials so the other person will own it. Okay? And later the other person can change the title, change the description, change the brand, so it looks like it's a startup company. Right? And they have real users engaging with them. Right? It's not fake users anymore at this time. It's real users. They can start from some like 1,000 fines for startup, just still like $10 or $20. It's very cheap, right? If you want to have a company, you have this stuff from zero, it's hard for you to build up. But if you have 1,000 users following your brand, then that's something. At least you can get things started. Another thing is if the hackers have a page have 100,000 likes, they don't sell the page because it's too much value at that moment. They sell individual posts. So you can send them something, say, I want to promote my product, but I don't have a user audience yet. Can you help me? Okay, they'll say, okay, $5, $10. You send me your content, maybe just a small paragraph or maybe an image. You can post it on their website so their user can engage with your trades or with your stuff. So it's a simple advertising. It's cheap, but they earn a lot of money. At this time, they don't sell the page, they keep selling the post. So that's why how the experiment hackers you can easily make a lot of money. You're just doing nothing, just doing this. You don't actually need to sit at a computer, just write a program to do it automatically. You're taking orders and then just automatically post it. Crazy. Another example of affiliate campaigns, or sometimes you may notice, this is a traditional click-jacking style. Click-jacking, you know that? So basically, you click a link, looks like you're liking something, or you went to another website. But what happens in the back end is there's some JavaScript code behind it, so they can do some other stuff on the social network. In this case, you can click a link there. So you want to get a free Starbucks gift card by like either like this post or comment this post or just retweeting or reposting. Automatically, they're going to post on your social feeds and all your friends can see it. And when they click, when they want to get a free gift card, and automatically create a post on their social feeds as well. But when you really want to get this $100 gift card, what you end up with is You click it, we're directed to a website doing a survey. You have to fill out the survey, subscribe to a service to do that, which you will leak your credit card information, your address, your phone number, etc. So nobody can actually do that. But it's went viral many times because whenever you share, your friends click it, and then they will share automatically on their social feeds, keep growing. It's like a virus. So every month we say it. And yes?
In that example, is there a real company behind it? Is Starbucks really behind it?
There's a lot of called affiliate name, marketing or something. So basically you can, there's a few websites that can do that. So basically you can raise an account. You can just keep posting this stuff. You get commission. So if someone really subscribes to the service, you get some commission. And this is very good for people who work from home. That's, you see a lot of ads saying you earn a lot of money working from home, right? They're doing this kind of stuff. So there's another kind of market on there. A more sophisticated example on Facebook is app automatic creation. So if you don't know anything about the program, you can still create a Facebook app. Is that awesome? So this is the example. So it's 3 steps. So first step, you just put some template. Okay. On Facebook, sometimes you may see a URL, like your friends invite you to play a game. So you end up at the step 1 page. So you put some template questions. And secondly, just choose the icon for your Facebook app. And the third step is the tricky part. So they ask you to generate a Facebook app ID and secret. So when you click that link, it will direct you to a Facebook app creation page. You can fill out some information, and they will automatically generate an app ID and secret. Once you've done that, you copy that credential over, and you're done. So what happens in the backend is, once you click finish, these hackers use your credentials to automatically create your app. Just using a software template to use your credentials, put the system running on Amazon EC2 instance, and you have an app. So, and when your friends say, oh, I create an app, I want to play with it. Play the game, and they can also help them to create another Facebook app if they follow the steps. So again, it's like a virus, you can keep growing and growing. And the game is simple, you may see on the top left, even here, you can get some coins by subscribe to some service or just visiting some page, etc. So that's how they earn money. Okay. So you will say you don't need to know anything about program, you can still create a Facebook app, more sophisticated. And the Facebook is hard to trace it because it's your credentials. And everything you've done, it's your responsibility. Everything this app done is your responsibility. Okay, that's about Facebook. Let's see Twitter. In Twitter, we identify a big underground market. It's for people Twitter followers. Or they have. Is any of you have buying any Twitter followers? No. Okay, that's great. That's smart because it's not going to help you anyway. But this market, there's still a lot of people buying. You can easily find this information by just Google search. People send on eBay or even just setting up a website and selling it. The price is cheap, is $11 for 1,000 followers, active followers. And there's a lot of people involved, like hackers, how they write programs to create this fake account. And some sellers, middleman, which is, they are not hackers, they are good at SEO. Okay, they set up a website, taking orders, and then contact the hacker to do the real job, but they are just sitting like a middleman, taking orders, and they send all their orders back to a single person, because they can buy in a bulk, and that's cheap, right? So, and also, of course, they are bears, of course. And these hackers, they can earn like $1,000 per day, like much more than what I earn now. So I probably can quit my job and do that job. The market is huge, like about $10 to $100 million. And when we did the experiment, we identified a lot of abusers. Abusers, we mean like basically buyers, like 11,000 buyers. And these are some fake profiles images. And we also identified Mitt Romney got a lot of followers in 2012. And it's not necessarily like Mitt Romney's campaign team buy it. It can be from anyone. It can be from me or you or anyone. Because when you buy follow for somewhere else, they don't ask for their credentials. Just give the money, tell the handler, that's it, you're done. So, and at that time, it's easy to identify followers because most of the Mitt Romney's followers just follow a lot of people have nothing to, have no trades. But things get more complicated during like last year. Again, in this example, the real account is on the top left, but all the rest are fake accounts. They just copy all the credentials, all the information from the top left and put on their profile. Okay. And the adding, because you know, like Twitter handler is unique, right? They just add a random number in the end, random character in the end, so makes their Twitter handler unique. And they tweet a lot of things as well. And they don't like aggressively follow people. They keep steady. And some website, when they sell this kind of follow, they give you more customization. They even give you guarantee like 5 years no drop. So when you buy followers from them, they guarantee you within 5 years. If you're losing some followers, I'm going to, add some more to you to make sure you still keep that followers number stable. So to get protection. And so we identify this big underground market. So we keep telling people you shouldn't do that. But right now the market kind of static, and not many people are doing that anymore. But still some people, but at least the trend is steady, not keep growing. Another recent trend on Twitter is adding list to spam. So Twitter allows you to create a list, right? Anybody can create a list without require permission from another person. Like I can create a security list, adding all the security professional in the field, and so I can follow them in a single page, right? So some spammers just created that list, but adding some celebrity account, because when a celebrity account being added to someone else's list, he will get a notice saying, oh, someone added you to their list. You may go ahead and check out what's going on there. It's kind of more like an email being sent or a tweet being sent directly to you. Some people get very annoyed when they use a Twitter deck because it keep popping up. You've been added to this, you've been added to that. So they got very annoyed by this. And in this example, we identify someone created 20 lists. Each list contains around 5,000 account. So they kind of have close to 100,000 people in their 20 list in just one day. You can imagine basically you're saving 100,000 tweets per day to all the celebrity accounts, right? That's very powerful. Right? So that's about Twitter. Again, the main thing is fake stuff with some spam only. So when you are using Twitter, you should be very careful. Don't trust people. Okay? Always give a second thought. Really, I'm telling you. Even someone have a lot of followers, it may not be real, right? So next thing on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn also suffer from like fake account, but what fake here is not a fake account. It's more like fake connections, right? Hackers can create a lot of connections and sell it. So you can buy from them just on Fiverr. You can spend $5 to buy 1,000 LinkedIn connections. Or you can just Google search someone saying they are open connectors, so you can connect to them. You will accept your connection and then be in your connection circle, right? But why you need connections? Of course, in LinkedIn, the value there is you have big connection, you may have more opportunities, no matter business opportunity or job opportunity, right? It's really valuable. That's how valuable it is. And we did some experiment on it. We created a social collaborator tool. So we use their API to create an interface, so you can custom a fake profile. Choose the name, choose the summary, choose position history, choose your education history. So you can create a few fake accounts, and later you can pick the target, let's say your competitor. Right? You want to know what's going on with your competitor, what their recent like sales involvement or something. So you can create this fake account and then connect it to the target. It's not easy, right? They will know your competitor, how could they easily accept your invitation. That's a part of your doing this interface. So you can customize to make like your potential client, and then connect to your target sales team. Everybody knows, right? The sales team is very open. They will want to know the business opportunity. If they see a potential client, they are very happy to connect to them. So with this fake account, connect to a salesperson, and then they can keep growing. The other VP or CEO gonna be the second degree in your target company, right? Once you have many first degree, your previous company, maybe the VP or CEO know, oh, he might be a potential client. He, contact with all of our sales team, and I should talk to them or something like that. And once you connect to the higher ranked executives, some of them, many people on LinkedIn will allow their connection to see their activity phase. Like if I share something, I connect to some people, basically all my connections will say it. You can set, but that's the default setting. So I connect to many people in my competitors' company. I can grab all their activity feeds. I did analysis on it. So this is the example. So I can follow, collect all his February, March, very recent activity feed. I will know my target company, my competitors' sales team, what they are doing recently. Maybe this year connect to someone else, which is another potential customer for them. I can cut into the middle, talk to this person first. For example, in this example, the VP and the Chief Information Security Office at the First National Nebraska. I can talk to them first. Maybe they also want to buy some security stuff from my company. Right. So you can do a lot of things on this. And the experiment is accepting rate is quite high, and the string sharing rate is also very high. So, like I said, the salesperson is easily connect to other person. So that's why you can easily accept a lot of invitations. And many people don't care about sharing their social streams. It's all like just myself sharing a social stream. It's not that meaningful. But if this fake account connect to many of your sales team and find a trend of your sharing, your connection trend, maybe they will tell something. For example, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of your sales team and the executive connect to the bank. That means most likely there's potentially big contract is going on between the target company and the bank, right? So you can keep digging, you can identify lots of stuff. That's how you can easily do company espionage on this. You basically share too much information. Maybe you think it's just a little bit on yourself, but if you aggregate all of them together, it may mean something. So other social platform, I'll jump into the example. Chrome Web Store, running a lot of Chrome plugins that require extensive permissions. So many people are using Chrome, right? You can install plugins and you give permission to this plugin to do a lot of stuff. For example, AdBlock. You have to give all your, you are to allow AdBlock access to all your data. That's how they block the ads on every page you're visiting, right? But this app is doing similar. It's just requiring your data to on all websites you're visiting by injecting ads. So we found out a lot of this plugin do this stuff. Like early this year, 180,000 users being affected by traffic extensions. Once we report it and Google take it down. But it seems like these things keep popping up, and Google don't have a good solution to do that. And it's hard too, because some of these plugins are JavaScript, and they are referenced to a URL that's not hosted by Google, and they can keep changing. So when Google doing the auditing, they say it's fine, it's great. But after they get on the shelf, you can change the source code, you can change the reference content, so you can do malicious stuff. YouTube, again, like fake view. YouTube is really, YouTube view is really cheap. It's only like a couple of dollars for 1,000 views. Just $3 in this example. I guess like you don't need to register anything to view a YouTube video, right? So that's easy for the hackers to create these sort of programs. Google Plus followers, you can also buy them, but their price is a little bit more expensive. More expensive than Twitter and Facebook, because I guess Google Plus is you have to put a lot of information, and it's kind of a little bit more sophisticated for hackers to create an automatic program to do that. Pinterest also suffered a spam campaign last year when someone just automatically grab product from Amazon and then put it on Pinterest. So when people see this Pinterest account, when they click a link, actually it's going to go through this hacker's commission link, so they can receive commission if the user really buys something. So these hackers, I remember they earn like $30,000 per month, and it's pretty active. And later they identify this and it's suspended. But if you can think a good way to spam Tinder or some other, you can earn a lot of money in the game. Again, Instagram, you can also buy a lot of followers. Or use someone create a spam app, you can just keep targeting people. Okay, this page is interesting. You probably want to write it down. When we did the research, we just collect a lot of websites that are selling these social interactions. We get a price list for them. Okay. Someone is lower, someone is higher. It depends on how hard for hackers to create this fake account and then to interact with people. And you'll see some new social network like SoundCloud, Vimeo, or Vine. They also hackers to study these social interactions. Right? Even they are new, but hackers just go into everywhere. Just go with the eyeballs, right? Whenever there's user base, there's people involved, they always go there because there's potentially there's benefits. That's what we identified during our research, but I will also mention some hacking stuff on the emerging social network like Tinder, Snapchat, WhatsApp. I already know last year or early this year, a hacker just triangular location of another user. In the beginning, they just Tinder just tell the actual GPS location in July 2013. And later, they just tell you approximately like 5 miles away from me or 3 miles away from me. So this hacker just created a fake account in different locations, and then triangle with the target and know exactly where the target is. So, very interesting. So, don't use Tinder. You may disclose your location to someone you don't know. And also, this suffer from fake profiles to spam. In this example, some people talk to you. It looks like they are having conversation, but actually, it's also a machine-generated stuff. So they cannot have a normal conversation, but you will say they will keep posting some stuff which doesn't follow through the whole conversation. It makes some sense, but not make a lot of sense because machine is not that brilliant, not that intelligent to follow up a conversation. And they probably give you a link, and when you subscribe, you have to disclose your credit card information, blah, blah, blah. So, Snapchat last year also had 4.6 million people's information leaked. Everybody know that? Download it. And another interesting about Snapchat is the capture image. Some people use a very simple program, image processing program, to crack their capture, so they can automatically create a lot of stuff. Create a lot of Snapchat accounts, and then they can do a lot of things too. WhatsApp. In 2012, they have a password with the MER and the MAC address. It's like a little bit hashing them and then use it as password to connect it to the server. They fix it, but later they still suffer from some encryption vulnerabilities. So when the client talks to the server and you encrypt some message, it can be decrypted by these hackers. So you will say even this new image, this new social media still suffer from a lot of vulnerabilities, right? The old one like Facebook and Twitter, they have a lot of experience, but people still don't learn from them. They still don't prevent such bad things happen, prevent such weakness in the security parameter, right? You thought this new social media like Tinder will learn something, but actually they don't. So do you still have faith in social network?
80%.
Yes.
LinkedIn has created an app for your iPhone. I installed it mistakenly without checking it out first. Next thing you know, I'm getting reminders from my Google Calendar with my LinkedIn credentials on it. And I needless to say, I uninstalled it promptly, and I did some research on the internet, and they were talking about what a security nightmare the LinkedIn for mobile apps is. So anyone who's done that, please, I just want to mention it.
Can you just repeat the comment? Can you just repeat the comment for the recording?
Yeah, so you're saying like we install LinkedIn and then you get a notification from someone else.
No. LinkedIn makes a version of LinkedIn for mobile applications. And if you install that, you have to give access to the other applications on your iPhone. Consequently, I got an email from LinkedIn with my LinkedIn credentials reminding me about an appointment I had logged in my Google Calendar.
So basically, they have access to your Google Calendar to know what's going on. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I see some people commented, I think that's a time, but almost finished. So some people commented when they use LinkedIn with a Gmail address, and they never import the Gmail contact, but somehow a few years later, they notice they get a recommendation from LinkedIn that says, you know, you have some friends you should connect to, which is the Gmail contact. So there's a lot of feature stuff going on there. So even sometimes for me, I have no knowledge. Like I sometimes use Hotmail. I have a Hotmail relative. I only connect with Hotmail, but somehow LinkedIn recommend my relative to me, saying you should friend with them. I have no idea, you know, how they find out. You know, I use Gmail for my LinkedIn. I never use Hotmail for my LinkedIn to separate the work and the personal life. But they recommend it, so I don't know what's going on there. So it's really tricky.
We probably have time just for one last question.
Yes. One more question? Okay, thank you very much. Any questions, you can find me after the session. Oh, one more.